JBN will keep you informed. I'm Michelle Jones. Hi guys, please remember to like, subscribe and share the video. And in the news, murder is down. A majority of the 19 police divisions that cover Jamaica have recorded declines in murders nearing the halfway point in the year. 12 police divisions reported fewer killings between January 1 and June 16 this year, topped by a 57.9% decrease in Trelawney, according to the latest serious crime report published by the police. 8 murders were reported in Trelawney over the 6-month period, compared with 19 for the corresponding period last year. St. Elizabeth was next, with a 52% decrease, followed by St. Mary, 38%, St. Andrew Central, 37.5%, and St. Catherine North, 37%. St. James led the nation with 91 murders, but still saw a 16% decrease. St. Anne recorded the biggest increase in killings, moving from 21 over the corresponding period last year to 36 this year, for a 71% jump. The 52 murders recorded in Clarendon make the parish the second highest in the nation and represents a 52.9% increase year on year. Overall, Jamaica recorded 689 murders over the 6-month period, a 13% decline year on year, according to the police data. Security guards arrested after gun seizure in St. James. 2 St. James security guards were taken into custody on Monday following the seizure of an illegal gun along with a round of ammunition during a traffic stop in downtown Montego Bay. It is reported that about 1 p.m., the police were carrying out a vehicle spot check in the area when they signaled the driver of a white Toyota Probox motor car to stop. The driver complied and the vehicle was searched. During the search, a Taurus pistol fitted with a magazine containing a .38 round was reportedly discovered, according to the police. The male and female guards were arrested in connection with the seizure. Their identities are being withheld pending further investigation. Police probing Spanish Town Road murder. The police are probing the killing of a man along Spanish Town Road in Kingston. He is yet to be identified. A search is on to capture his attacker. The deceased is of a dark complexion, medium build, about 5 feet 9 inches tall, and appears to be in his late 30s. Reports from the Denham Town Police are that about 10 o'clock on Sunday morning, the deceased and another man had an altercation during which a knife was used to stab him multiple times. According to the police, the suspect ran from the scene and minutes later returned with a gun, which he also used to shoot the already injured man before escaping on foot in the area. The police were summoned and the injured man was taken to hospital where he was pronounced dead. Detectives are asking anyone who may be able to identify the body or assist with the investigation to contact the Denham Town Criminal Investigations Branch at 876-948-6443, Police 119 emergency number, or the nearest police station. BOJ looking into new banknotes defect claims. The Bank of Jamaica BOJ has indicated that members of the public who encounter issues with the new banknotes can reach out to the central bank. The BOJ says all matters will be investigated and remedial action taken where necessary. The central bank made the indication while responding to a video posted on Twitter of a woman who claimed that defects emerged after she came into possession of one of the new banknotes.
Gone. You want to see how much shame a while ago when the cashier asked me what kind of money this? The whole of the shiny, the man face with it in the shiny part gone. The people that look for me strange. You know, someone asks if I'm a purse rub it out or else me get it, cause I don't understand this. Bank of Jamaica, I want one for the shiny part of that house here. I'll talk to me about this.
We have reached out to conduct an investigation into the matter, it said in response to the post. If anyone else has this experience, they can come down to the bank to have the banknote tested and replaced if it is deemed genuine, added the central bank. The new banknotes were introduced last week. Clarendon man charged over a series of break-ins and robberies at friend's house. Spurred by the disappearance of funds from a house in Water Lane District, Clarendon, residents led their own sting operation and captured a man who had allegedly been stealing money for weeks from his close friend. Charged with housebreaking and larceny is 23-year-old Eric Forster, otherwise called Chappie, and Kush of Water Lane, Clarendon. The police report that the complainant sold cows amounting to $510,000 and was keeping the money at home. Over 6 weeks, money kept going missing, according to him. The police said the complainant became suspicious of his friend and tricked him into thinking nobody would be home. The complainant hid inside his home and awaited the suspected thief's arrival. His close friend entered the house and began searching and eventually stole $10,000 from a dresser inside his friend's room. He was then apprehended by the complainant. During the confrontation, the thief reportedly brandished keys that he used to access the complainant's home. The thief was subsequently handed over to the police and charged. His court date is being arranged. Agicor to disclose fraud accused account records to Bolt's legal team. Agicor Bank Jamaica intends to satisfy a court order obtained by Usain Bolt for the disclosure of transactions linked to accounts owned by Gene Panton, the sole accused in the alleged $3 billion fraud at Stockton Securities Limited, SSL. Two financial institutions, Agicor and the CIBC First Caribbean International Bank, have been given 14 days from around June 14 when they were served to fulfill the demands. Agicor Bank will comply with any order from the Supreme Court to provide information regarding any transactions or accounts held at our company. The bank said on June 15, such orders are not unusual and we will not challenge these court orders. When contacted, CIBC was terse. The bank has no comment made, it said last Friday. Justice Crescencia Brown Beckford granted the order on May 31, but it was only served last week, according to Frater, Ennis and Gordon, the law firm representing Bolt and his holding company, Wellgen Limited. The law firm has declined to comment on the details of the court order. According to the order, Wellgen wants the banks to provide all accounts solely or jointly in Panton's name, as well as the ones for which the former SSL client relationship manager is the signatory. Agicor and CIBC are to provide details of all transactions and copies of all records relating to all transactions and transfers involving the accounts. The origins and destinations of all transfers are to be included. All credit card transactions, loans, and other credit facilities are also to be disclosed. Wellgen Limited is suing SSL and Panton over the alleged theft of investment funds from the account the sports star opened at the private investment and brokerage firm in 2012. Wellgen's account value plummeted from $2 billion Jamaican dollars, or $12.7 million in October 2022, to $1.8 million Jamaican dollars, or $12,000 in January, when Bolt checked its status after being alerted by Panton, the retired athlete's legal team has said. Teen girl and two adults fined for lottery scamming in St. Catherine. A teen girl was today fined $200,000 or 3 months in prison for lottery scamming in the St. Catherine Circuit Court. The conviction against the minor, who pleaded guilty to possession of identity information, will not be recorded against her due to her status. Her co-accused, Dwayne Minto and Cavoy Garcia, who also pleaded guilty to possession of identity information, were fined $900,000 or 12 months imprisonment and $400,000 or 9 months imprisonment respectively. A fourth accused, Ramon Miller, was freed after no evidence was offered against him. A fifth accused, Broccoli Miller, was ordered to come back to court on June 22 when the matter will go on trial. Facts in the case are that on July 22, 2022, members of the Security Forces Joint Anti-Gang Task Force swooped down on the gated community of Caribbean Estate in Portmore, St. Catherine, to carry out a raid. During the operation, a house with 8 people, 6 male and 2 females, were searched and the occupants held. The police discovered several documents containing information about persons living overseas, several cell phones and SIM cards and laptops. A Toyota Mark X motor car was also seized. The occupants were held on suspicion of lottery scamming. Following investigations, 5 of them were charged. PNP councillor says he deserves a salary increase. Ian Bell, the People's National Party PNP councillor for Beach Town in St. Anne, has unapologetically declared that he'll happily accept his share of the recently announced salary increase because, in his view, he deserves it. Bell has also described us for tweeters his purchase of a luxury vehicle before the salary bump, lest critics mistakenly assume the pay hike was spent on the car. He made it clear that his Mercedes-Benz was not purchased with poor people money. When it comes to Ian Bell, my heart and my hands are clean, he said. Speaking during a PMP divisional meeting in Centon on Sunday, Bell said the work he has put in over the last decade and a half makes him more than worthy of the salary increase, especially when it compares the work done by councillors elected on a Jamaica Labour Party ticket. The last election, 9 of them over on that side were new councillors, and me down here 15 years on the hard work me doing. If they get the money, I will too, he said. This year's salary hike for civil servants came out of a controversial compensation review that saw some politicians getting a raise of more than 200%, while other categories of workers received significantly less. In a show of solidarity with some members of the public who have vociferously complained that the process was unfair, PMP President Mark Golding announced he would donate 80% of his salary increase. On Sunday, Councillor Bell said the increase in his salary would go towards helping his constituents. I have more to bury dead when I get this money. I have more school fees to pay when I get this money. I have more zinc to buy and ply to buy when I get this money, he said, before taking a swipe at JLP councillors who he said would spend the money on themselves. JBN, we keep you informed. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, leave us a comment, and click the notification bell to receive our daily news items.